My fish fam, it's Nikachu, Merfolk Master, and we are back to modern Merfolk in, well, 2025, the post-banning of Underworld Breach. And let me tell you, oh, by the way, I'm here with my brother.
Hi.
Yeah, say hi to everybody. We're gonna see how well Mono Blue can hold up in Modern right now. Not gonna lie, does it not look that great? The main problems are that Boros Energy is the top deck by a huge margin, like by 20%, and also for any deck that plays black, they're playing with Orcish Bowmasters. Bowmasters is back in a big way, probably to fight against energy. That is very, very, very depressing. Now, there are some tools that we can use, and one thing I would like to experiment with in this league is main deck Stern Scolding, which actually hits just a ton of decks. I don't know if there's a deck that this is not like. I don't know if there's a deck that this bricks against. It hits all the energy cards, hits Tameo, Psychic Frog, Bowmasters, and Murktide. Maybe it's like more or less a brick in Eldrazi, depending on their build. But then you get to like Amulet, and it can hit the analyst aftermath analyst. It's probably not very good versus Zoo. It can counter all the creatures in Belcher. Great versus Orzhov mid range. Probably crappy versus Storm. But anyway, it hits a good chunk of the metagame. So it'll be like as bad as Dismember is sometimes. And maybe like, I don't know, maybe a Dismember should be in the sideboard and we have like 2 Dismember, 2 Stern Scolding. But anyway, I want to see how well this works out. I also want to know how far I can get on 1 toughness creatures in this Bowmaster meta. This is a 1 toughness creature. Ideally, I don't want to have more than 4 in my main. And if I were to choose one, I'd probably choose Mindspring Merfolk just because it's a 1-drop and it's easy to curve out and has big upside into the late game. Flood Pit's Drowner, I like this card, not completely necessary. Although I do like this card. I do think we're in a metagame where Trickster is bad, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. Zoo is really popular, so you can hit a Territorial Kavu. I think Trickster is also quite fine versus the Murktide decks, the black-blue Murktide decks. But still, I'd rather play Flood Pit's Drowner if we can get away with it. So if Stern Scolding and Flare of Denial are enough to keep Bowmasters at bay, then I guess this is just the way we're going to go. All right, let's get into our Modern League. Here for round 1, we lost the die roll, which is already a beating. We have a pretty decent hand, though, so I'm going to keep. We have a curve straight into 3 with land, 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 and the Stern Scolding. It starts off with Cracking Misty Rainforest. Probably, I don't know what this is. Ragavan? Oh, Utopia Sprawl. Well, I have something for you now, don't we? Flare of Denial is actually quite poor here because I don't have like a 2-mana creature to just throw out there to sack to this Flare of Denial. Well, let's see. Okay, so this is like the red-green Eldrazi ramp deck. Don't be playing any 1 rings on me. That's illegal. We have a World Breaker. Well, this Harbinger of the Seas, if it hits the battlefield, I mean, it's just game ending. It'll destroy the Utopia Sprawl. They'll lose the World Breaker. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I don't even care. I don't even have I don't have 1-drops or 2-drops to deploy off of that card. I'll do nothing. Just pass the turn. Make you paranoid.
We're up against Joker's Asylum. Is that the Jack Nicholson Joker or the other one?
The only unfortunate part of all this is I don't think I'm going to get some good use out of my Stern Scolding in this matchup. How much tap to just return the card back to hand? Well, that's not good. I don't
right on time.
I actually don't think I'm going to be playing this Harbinger of the Seas right now because they'll just put this card back into their hand. We've got like 3, and also they could float mana and kill it. I don't like that. So I'm going to wait for an opportunity where our opponent taps out. We can Flare of Denial or maybe counter a Cascade Trigger with Tishana, or maybe both.
Or maybe right now.
Tidebinder.
We'll see it.
Yeah, what's this all about? Kozilek's Command for 2. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, we can counter this.
Yes. Sorry, Kozilek, not today.
Yeah. Maybe tomorrow.
No, probably not even then.
And that Kozilek's Command could have killed our Harbinger of the Seas. So you got to be a little patient. Sometimes you got to be a little bit patient. Our opponent is ignoring patience at the moment. I don't like that card's resolving, but there's nothing I can do about it. Because that will be a source of... Well, I do like that. This card's getting better by the second. Okay, I think maybe at this point it's just going to be worth it to nuke this. Because otherwise this is like, what, one... Okay, well that's... the Mindspring Merfolk is actually useful. Because that will protect our Harbinger of the Seas. Because we have a Flare of Denial to cast off of our Mindspring. And now it's time to bring the hurt. So they can bring this thing back. That's okay. They're pretty far from casting it. It's 7 mana. They have 4 mana up. 1 card in the hand, which is that card. Oh.
Sorry.
What happened to this? Oh, they didn't put it in hand. Okay, I see. Yeah, sorry. Actually, not sorry, to be honest.
Yeah, you're all flooded out.
Okay, so now it's their top of their deck versus our... You gotta be kidding me. Well, they had the green mana anyway, so who cares?
Big.
We have an Otawara, which...
Good for bouncing.
If I get a counter spell, like a reliable counter spell, maybe we can bounce the Talisman and then counter it on the way down. We're a little vulnerable. I mean, this deck is pretty good at chewing up decks like mine.
For breakfast.
Sowing Miko Spawn. You can go get a land.
I thought this was...
Is that all this is doing?
That was banned.
No. It's banned in Legacy.
So in that format, it's too ridiculous, but here it's just fine.
Yeah, something like that. No trigger for you.
Ha!
Unfortunately, you're too big for my Stern Scolding. Too beefy.
It's too thick.
This is not the most worthless card in the world, but it's not a card that makes me happy. We'll threaten to trade with this spawn. I mean...
Or you could just bounce the sucker.
I want to play the Tide Shaper this turn.
On the green?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You get no mana.
This is actually really strong. I need to get this thing off the board.
Brick.
Because this lets them play their deck.
Oh, good.
Okay, that's it. I think... Well, I'm not going to say, like, it's game over, but...
It's pretty good.
They're in bad shape. So, I mean, if they do nothing, I can Otawara the Talisman. I should actually just Otawara the Talisman now.
Do you feel that, opponent?
Yeah, I think it was a mistake. I should just Otawara the Talisman immediately. Because they can't play hardly anything off of, like, no mana. Like, their entire deck requires colorless, green, or red, and now they have none of it. This is
3,
blue.
2,
It's all
1.
rubbish. No, they're going to wait a turn.
Good lord. No, I don't think so, pal.
Actually... Here. Let's do it this way. We'll play the Flood Pits Drowner. I smell weakness. Oh, they saw that was going to flash another creature. They saw the writing on the wall. Okay, so Consigned to Memory, obviously very good. Spreading Seas is going to be good. Tashana's Tiebinder might be fine. Sveloon has some value.
We saw the power of Modern and Merfolk.
I don't know how great Mindspring Merfolk is here. Okay, Stern Scolding is bad. I need my Cyborg guy. I don't even know what I do here.
You resign.
Pits Drowner. Like, you do want enough lords that you can get out of range of a Kozilek's return, which is a very frustrating card. Like, this hits... So, Tashana's Tiebinder hits a lot of cards, but at the same time, it's not mandatory. Is Mindspring Merfolk mandatory? Gets hit easily by... Okay, how many creatures do I have? Okay, I can't remove any more creatures. We're at our limit for creatures. In fact, maybe I don't want to even play Flare of Denial. Or do I want... No, I don't really want Dismember. Yeah, okay, I can get rid of Dismember. That's an easy cut. Easy. Easy peasy. Hexcatcher is okay. So the thing is, this deck has a lot of mana. This hand sort of... I mean, I'm not going to get rid of this hand because Harbinger of the Sea, the upside to Harbinger of the Seas is too high. And also, I actually like Spreading Seas in this matchup because our opponent could be like, play land, turn to land, pass, and hold up Kozilek's return.
And mulligan to 5.
Not Kozilek's return, Kozilek's command, and they're hoping to kill a creature, but instead I go after their land with Spreading Seas.
They mulligans right to 5.
It's good. I'm going to put them to 4 with this and this. Pass. Sowing Miko Spawn? Nope. Something red.
Ooh.
Thought Not Seer. Oh, that's not good.
Haven't seen this chunky boy in a while.
Yeah, me neither. Well,
Vegas odds says it's gonna be Harbinger of the Seas.
probably. It's a good one. Unless they have another Thought Not Seer, then that might make our opponent change their mind.
This is the card that screwed me over last game.
Yeah, they remember it. It's been a while, Thought Not Seer.
All the classics are slowly bleeding back in.
Yeah, that was Wizard's plan. Print as many... What happened? They got rid of the Spreading Seas. Okay, well, that's concerning.
I actually like that. It just shows how powerful that card is.
I guess Harbinger of the Seas is in trouble. It's probably another Thought Not Seer coming up soon.
You need to have at least 10
Or they desperately need this red mana.
Spreading Seas in the deck.
I'm not going to get hit once. It's pointless.
Bet you didn't see that coming. And when
Yeah,
it leaves the
Thought
battlefield,
Thought Not number 2.
you get your card.
Is it Thought Not number 2? Were you posing? Were you just pretending? Were you just pretending, opponent? Destroy target land. Okay.
Wow.
Well, that's okay. I didn't see that one coming either. A lot of surprises coming. Glad I didn't play my Mutavault. Oh, I guess the Mutavault doesn't matter. I'm about to throw it away. Harbinger of the Seas. I guess I'm just gonna play a Lord. An attack for 3. This makes me a little bit more vulnerable to Kozilek's command, but we don't have to play the Harbinger of the Seas next turn. And also, actually, the Utopia Sprawl is on a forest, so I actually cannot Harbinger of the Seas that thing. Another Thought Not Seer. So rude. So they can either get the Harbinger, or they let me play Sink into Stupor on their Thought Not Seer, and I crack in for a good chunk of damage. Either way, like, the spot's not terrible. Although, I mean, their top decks are better than ours.
Not true.
Ooh, Tide Shaper. That is big. That was big game right there because Harbinger of the Seas cannot hit the forest, but Tide Shaper can. Goodbye to your red mana. Now we have Island Walk for a Flood Pits Drowner. And next turn I can start drowning.
Things are heating up.
I can start drowning these Thought Not Seers.
In blood.
Yep.
Do you think Eldrazi bleed blood?
No.
Or Pepsi?
Pretty sure it's green or something.
It's Pepsi.
Some sort of greenish nonsense. Ugh, is this Kozilek's command?
So Mountain Dew then.
Feels like Kozilek's command. Oh, was it sowing Miko Spawn? Oh god, what does this mean? Well, I'm not blocking. I don't want to.
I don't want to, can't make.
Oh, okay. I don't know what it was, but I think what we're gonna do is just attack for 8. I'm winning this race, right? And I just hold up Sink into Stupor, and whatever the hell they do, I'm just gonna bounce it or something.
And you'll always have Vigilance.
You always have Vigilance, that's right. And then next turn, if the coast is clear, we'll just play Lord and smack with everything.
He knows he's lost.
I mean, this is lethal here, right? Between Flood Pits Drowner and the Tide Shaper, we've got Island Walk. So even if they we won the match. All right. So, I mean, this is one upside that we do have some good matchups. in the metagame. But we just let's hope that we keep running into them. That's all. All right, that was round 1. Let's go to round 2. Okay, here for round 2, we won the die roll. Hand is to keep. I don't know what else to say. We got a Mind Spring Merfolk. We got a curve. We might even get to pay black mana from this Gloom Lake Verge, which I have never done.
Even though that's the sole reason it's in the deck.
Yes, that is correct. It has never, ever happened. That's how niche that interaction is. It's too niche. But it's like, you know, it's...
If it's when you got it, it's good.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I guess this is just, I don't know, it's too cute. It just shows that, like, it's just so hard to cast Dismember for 2 mana. Usually we're just paying 1. Woodfoot Hills, 90% chance that is Boros Energy, but it's not this time. It is the same matchup again. Okay, we're up against Eldrazi Ram. Our hand is a lot worse, I would say. This doesn't interact. If we can get to our 3rd land without getting blown away by a Kozilek's Return, I guess that's going to be fine. Because Tashanda's Tidebinder can interact with a few cards. Otherwise, like, we're vulnerable to a Kozilek's Return here. Kozilek's Return, Kozilek's Command, Kozilek this, Kozilek that. Thought-Knot Seer. I mean, anything. Our opponent could do anything. I don't even know what this is. Well, I sort of know what it is.
It looks like something from the Max. MTV's the Max. That's where you'd see it from.
When you cast the spell, you get 2 spawns. That's cheating. Reach. Whenever you sack an Eldrazi, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Good luck getting around my Dismember.
Yeah.
Merfolk. Can I attack with everything? I can. So idea is I attack with everything, they'll block, maybe sack 2 or at least 1 token, then we Dismember this thing. I don't have a whole lot of Dismember targets with against this deck.
Well thought, not see.
Or I should say, there are Dismember targets, but the value is all terrible in general. Pass priority. Okay, this is where I Dismember you. It's possible if I Dismember first, they don't block at all, but I don't really actually like the idea of giving our opponent more mana. It sort of irks me.
I just don't really like the idea of your opponent at all.
Yeah. Nobody does.
Merfolk.
We're getting to a point where this Mind Spring actually might draw some cards. Oh, Eldrazi. All right, your Eldrazi are uncounterable. Was it going to be this thing again? No, something else. Something more evil.
Nor in the Wary.
Oh, it's Sowing Miko Spawn. Okay. You're going to get a land. You're going to eat up my land. Making this card a little bit more difficult and challenging.
But you
that
love a
seems
challenge.
like the craziest card to exile. Like, what am I going to do with that? My Cavern... Oh, no! My Cavernous Souls. That helps me fix my mana for my Merfolk. Like, this thing literally has an ability. Blue, blue. Well... No, here's a funny thing. I could attack here, right? This is 1, 2... Oh, my opponent has so much mana. Just 2 mana up. Yeah, I can attack here. Mind Spring will draw us a card. I don't really want to tap out here. But I also don't want to not attack.
Interactions.
Yeah, interactions. Lord. I played my land. Pass. Don't wipe my board! I could get all his dusted here. But I had no way to interact with an all his dust. I mean, if I have 4 mana up and pass, it is possible our opponent won't go for an all his dust because of the possibility of me having Sink It to Stupor, Flare of Denial, Force of Negation, a lot of possible weird answers. It's another Sowing Miko Spawn? What is this card? Oh, this is Sanctum of Ugin. Can play big Eldrazi. Think about it. Think about it. You take your time. You're up against Merfolk. One Island Walker, and you're dead. Or you're very close. You're at 13. Oh, one good thing is we're way out of range of Kozilek's Return. I didn't even think about that. We're super, super out of range of Kozilek's Return. Devourer of Destiny. Doesn't this exile something? You cast the spell, exile target permanent. That's one or more colors. That's very, very rude. I don't know why this took so long.
You have to think about it.
That I definitely wish I just shown as Tidebindered. Or at least one of those. Probably the Devourer of Destiny. What's Sanctum going to get? Another one of these? You could get another one. Another destiny to be devoured. Oh, actually, good thing about Mindspring Merfolk. Again, these are counters, so I still have protection from Kozilek's Return. Very frustrating card. And I'm seeing them in the main deck. Because, like, why not? It hits a lot of the metagame. It's almost, well, I wouldn't say it's completely free. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. That could be a problem.
Big.
We're drawing, well, I mean, it's good that we're drawing these lands, but at the same time, it's not good that we're drawing these lands. Because I do need, I could use some Island Walk right now. Just a little Island Walk, that's all. Not a lot, just a little Island Walk. But to our opponent's credit, they've interacted with us almost every single turn.
I think you should be giving the credit to the deck.
Well, believe it or not, people play these decks. I know 90% of people are like, oh, this deck doesn't win. Well, you have some decisions too,
It doesn't play itself. It's not
yeah,
burn.
that's what I'm saying, though. A lot of people think, like, Magic. The Magic deck just plays itself. You drew your 7 cards, you play them in whatever order, and then, like, if it's a good deck, then you win. If you lose, then it's not a good deck. No, every decision matters. Another Sowing Mycospawn. That's very frustrating. So, what are we at here? I think we're gonna let that resolve. So you have 6, 7. Okay, so they're quite a bit away from Ulamog mana. So I'll counter the land search ability because they could find Ugin or something. Or like, sorry, another Sanctum of Ugin. I don't know what's stock for lands, but it's best to just deal with these lands. If we top deck Harbinger of the Seas, it's probably GG.
No trigger for you.
Spare red mana. What do you want to use it? Don't spend it all at once. We get whaled for 6.
Nope.
We win the race. They could attack for 6. I'll take it. Go to 10. They only have 9 power in play. How many lands is this?
2.
No, I think we peeled the land every single turn. I think. Here we'll get.
You mean in total? Yeah.
Does this only hit non-basic lands? Yes, no, it hits any land. Yeah, let's hope our opponent has, and they're not drawing lands, which I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they have perfect mana. They have as much colorless, as much red as they want. They have uncounterable Eldrazi, which maybe in their mind they think is real. Okay, now we're in a little bit of trouble. It is possible our opponent's going to set up the double Kozilek's Return next turn.
Not unless you get that sweet counterspell.
No, I think our number one thing that we want is
Harbinger of the Seas.
Harbinger of the Seas. That is the number one thing. That would flip the switch on this game instantaneously. They don't have Kozilek's return. I think they would have used that a long time ago. Or maybe they just didn't know what to use the Kozilek's return on. Or what modes? Because it looks like it's, yeah, okay. Figure that would have been played immediately. I guess they sense weakness from me. Or they think I have another Tishana's Tidebinder.
Wow.
I think Harbinger of the Seas still does it. Well, this will be interesting. I don't think I'm going to have enough turns to play this card. Like, I'd like to play it, draw a bunch of cards next turn, but I think we're going to be too late.
Just have to jump some blockers.
Maybe I should have attacked with this Tishana's Tidebinder. No, or maybe not. Maybe I should leave it on defense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You need 10, though, for Ulamog, right? Or land short. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, they just realized Ulamog. Okay, there we go. You got it. What the hell was that? Oh, they activated the wrong ability. No! Our poor opponent. They could tap it for a colorless. Okay, well, whatever. They gave us another turn by accident. It was a Magic the Gathering online thing.
Magic the Gathering magic moment.
Yeah, magic moment. They clearly played this to tap it for a colorless, accidentally activate the ability to return the exiled card to its owner's hand. But there was no exiled card. Okay, so we have one more shot. Oh, what is this now? Okay, well, we're not going to be drawing any cards from that card then. Okay, so now it's useless. This is enough colorless mana that we're completely screwed. Even if we draw Harbinger of the Seas. The card was not particularly useful. Yeah, we go to game 2.
Blip. Good job, Blip.
It was going great until we stopped drawing threats. Okay,
it was going great until it wasn't.
Yeah. Get rid of the Dismembers. 2 more cards. What did I cut last time? I don't even remember. Maybe it was Tishana's Tidebinder. 22. I think I had. I can't remember if I had 22 or 24 creatures.
You have 1 creature. Chubby Meatball. Move history stuck.
Unfortunately, this is a 1-land. This is a very nice hand, but it's a 1-lander.
Which is why it's going to win. He mulliganed. Oh, no, you mulliganed. My brother's reading the chat wrong. This hand's good. We'll definitely keep it. And I think... Can this thing get destroyed? So I go turn 1. I think I just don't want Vial here. I'm going to keep this. I'll dump. No.
I think I'll dump Vial.
You lost the game.
Because we need the lands, and I like all the cards, too. Devour of Destiny is going to do something in the first few turns. Come on, turn 1 Utopia Sprawl. Off of a basic forest, that'd be perfect. That'd be the dream for me. So Devour of Destiny has been revealed, so they get a Once Upon a Time effect. You can look at the top 4 cards of their library. You can put one of those cards back on top of your library. Exile the rest. Once Upon a Time is a banned card. I don't know why they wanted to give colorless Eldrazi decks a Once Upon a Time. It's a pretty good start, opponent. Pretty good start. I do not have consigned to memory. Just in time. Just in time. Okay, we'll still spreading see this thing. we can draw a land, maybe we can sink the talisman, then consign it back on the way down.
Consign it.
By the way, this is worth force and negating. It's just so it's like it's all their mana, red, green, colorless. It's just it does everything. I cannot do anything about this. They got with Emrakul, Forest. How does this work? They can get one of them. You may put a permanent card from among them into your hand. They're all permanent cards, or most of them are. They chose the Devourer of Destiny, so we have to worry about that card later. Ooh, that's evil. Now with that, they always have double colorless, so now the Harbinger of the Seas is a bit useless. Okay, I'll play Otawara. And the plan is to sink into Stupor the Talisman at end of turn. Or depending like what they'll do, I'll cast like, you know, Flare of Denial.
He did nothing.
I hope this works out. No! Big Kozilek's command. I didn't think about that, actually. Them passing. I could have just passed back. Because I could have passed back. I could even have the option to play Harbinger of the Seas, shock this, sink into Stupor, and then hold up Consign to Memory. Yeah, this is pretty good value. Okay, the Mana Screw plan has failed miserably in this game. Just completely failed. It started with this, then it followed up with that, and then finished off with this.
He's got it all now.
Blair's doing great.
Good job, Blurp.
And now this feels like a big waste of time and mana. Okay, only have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's not enough for... Oh, no, it is enough. You may exile... Cast the spell, exile target permanent that's one or more colors. But you'll get rid of all your Eldrazi spawns. Okay, maybe that's fair. Maybe that's worth it. Actually, you know what? Okay, sacks all the spawns, cast this. I can just consign the creature, let this thing die, play the second Harbinger.
There's juice in your noodle.
That may or may not work. Or do I want to keep this? No, I don't. It's okay, we can counter this thing. Lose Harbinger. Play new Harbinger. Oh, we have many Harbingers. Unlimited Harbingers.
Well, no, you got 4.
Harbingers all over the place. Oh, Karn. They can play Karn. Oh, they chose Emrakul. Which can be cast for what? Oh, can it be cast right now? No, not yet. Yeah, they have double colorless now. That's... It's not good, because once they have double colorless online, they can cast like all the other cool funsy cards. Like most of their cards in their deck are double colorless, so if you keep them off double colorless, then their deck sort of just does nothing to some extent.
He's probably wondering, where's the Harbingers coming from? I keep getting rid of them, but
Or
they keep
maybe
coming
I
back.
shouldn't have done this, because what, they're going to play Emrakul here, right? 6 card types, so this is 6, so it costs 7. 4, 6. Oh, it's close. They're actually short a mana. Maybe not by next turn. I don't feel any momentum here, though. What would probably... I guess an Island Walk Lord would help. That would help a lot. We need to start applying some pressure, getting in some damage. And also we have 4 mana, so we can play Floodpits Drowner and an Island Walk Lord at the same time.
Sounds good. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Not really.
Can you flip Place Drowner and an Emrakul? Put a stun counter on that,
Yeah, what's really going to happen here is they're going to play this Emrakul. I'm going to play Floodpits Drowner to tap down the Writhing Chrysalis thingamabobber. And then I'm going to Flare of Denial, sack my Floodpits Drowner to counter. Ugh, I forgot about this thing. 7, 5 damage. If you do, it deals 5 damage to each creature.
He's back.
Can you keep this thing alive? Okay, so they control my next turn. Or no, actually I don't have to play Floodpits Drowner now. Just Flare of Denial. Oh no, can this be countered? A lot of Emrakuls can't be countered. You cast this spell, Flying Trample, protection from instants. Not on the stack! You can be countered right now.
Wow. Wow. Oh!
So they'll control my next turn, but there's not much to control. Although I don't have anything on the board, so... Perfect. Their only move is like just pass the turn. You played my land. I can attack with that.
Idiot.
What do you do that for? Or I guess so that it's vulnerable to Ghost Quarter? What are you trying to do? You can't do anything. I guess you can play my Floodpits Drowner, but then I'm going to attack you for 4 next turn. I think the line was just pass. Because if I draw another land, so let's say another Mutavault, then I could play that one too. There's like nothing you want to do. You can't Floodpits Drowner and play Force of Negation either. Now, I don't know what's in their hand, so maybe they want to play Floodpits Drowner here. No, okay. Yeah, they realize that there's just nothing to do with this hand. That's interesting. It's very interesting. So attack for 2. It's going to be like the last 2 that I get to attack with. I think I'm just going to pass. I thought I was going to attack for 2. I have better plans now. I'm going to hold up Force of Negation for a big, evil Kozilek's Return or something like that. Kozilek's Return, Command. All the ugly stuff.
Ugly like Emrakul.
Karn the Great Crater. They got Karn the Great Crater. Was a Sowing Miko spawn.
You must have forgot already what you had.
Don't know what the plan is here. Oh no, okay. They're just making me play my cards. They're making me play my cards. Interesting. Taps down the Ghost Quarter. Do I YOLO here? I think I actually hold the Master of the Pearl Trident back for a second so I don't get wiped out by a Kozilek's return. I would like to wait to get in a lot more damage. So we'll play this Mutavault. And then next turn I can hit for 9. You could play the Master of the Pearl Trident if it was guaranteeing you a 2-turn clock, but like we're super far away from that. They keep tapping this Ghost Quarter. I mean, they can do whatever they want. World Breaker. Breaking my worlds. Oh, they have another Sanctum of Ugin. We're going to get rid of the Spreading Seas, which unlocks the Devourer of...
the toilet.
The Devourer of Destiny. They should have actually tapped down this Talisman to cast this card, and then they would have the mana open to...
Don't give them any ideas.
Get the Devour back into their hand. I think there's just a lot of little misplaying here.
Don't teach him things. Big! I think you need to cut back on like 8 or 10 lands in this deck.
I think I'm going to get cooked. 3, 4, 5, 6. They just need one more land. I think I'm going to get it cooked here. Do I just YOLO? Tap for 6.
Yeah, just do whatever you can.
So I play Lord. I attack for 6 because one of them is going to get blocked. You go to 7. I don't have any lines to go lethal by next turn, even if I draw an Island Walker.
Just do what you gotta do. Play the Lord. Play with both. Attack with both Mutavaults. Put them down as low as you can. See what happens.
No, I might have to save the thing is, they're gonna put the Devourer of Destiny back in their hand. I'd rather have this at the end than to have Floodpit's Drowner.
So attack with those Mutavaults. Just go for it. Go all out.
Attack, lose 1 creature. And also I'm losing a Mutavault soon anyway because this Ghost Quarter here. If my opponent remembers that this Ghost Quarter exists. Or maybe they have Lightning Bolt in hand, hence why they're holding up the Talisman. I don't know if that's necessary.
It would deal 1 damage to him.
That's true. Ooh, there's that extra precious life, those life points that I needed. Okay, what's going on here? I'm assuming it's to cast this thing.
Yeah, and does a bit of hell.
No, they're actually casting something. Oh, they had they had a Devourer of Destiny in their hand the entire time. This is like a spot where I don't even want to draw Harbinger of the Seas. How many? We don't have many left, do we? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's like 1 left in the deck. Okay, well, Spreading Seas. Ugin's Labyrinth. How does this card work? It's like sack a land. Sacrifice a land, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, well, it's not in the graveyard. How much power is this? It's a lot of power. A lot of problems.
The stun guy.
What stun guy? Oh, you want me to draw Floodpit's Drowner? This is not gonna do it. We're just too far. We just never got... You know, honestly, I think we had a pretty decent hand, but our opponent had just a better hand. Just better hands both games.
If you had swung for...
Well, actually, our first game hand was not particularly relevant in this matchup. Huh?
If you had swung for a possible 6, 7, 8, 9.
No, I would have only attacked for 6 because my opponent has a 5/7 creature would have just blown one of them away, so it dies, and then I would have I would have lost the Mutavault, and then they play this, killed my thing. Then I would only have 1 Mutavault standing right now. No attack.
Should have went for it.
That being said, what do I do? I know what to do. We go to the next one. You know, you can't win every single one. That's
Good
fine.
job, Blurp.
Okay, that was round 2. Let's go to round 3. Here for round 3, our opponent mulliganed, but we have a 1-lander, so we have to join them.
They went to 6. Oh, wait, that was...
Well, of course they went to 6. They mulliganed.
No, but never mind.
You're going to keep this. I'm going to curve. So let's curve out. Oh my god, we're up against a blue deck. Is that possible? Well, that dismember is probably really bad. And also I dumped that sink into stupor, which I'm regretting now. It's just that on the draw, if we're up against any sort of aggro deck, it's not good. Also, this Harbinger of the Seas might be less valuable versus a control deck. It can be more valuable. Oh, it looks like it's Zoo. So Harbinger of the Seas will be good. Territorial Cavu, that's fine. We'll kill it immediately. Oh, the debut! The debut. I can't cast this Dismember any other way. We saved a whole 2 life.
Could make the difference.
Never happened before. That was the first time ever. So now I'm hoping our opponent goes like land, Flage, kill our Mind Spring, and then we just shut the door on them with this Harbinger of the Seas. If they do that, that's fine too. And goodbye, Gloom Lake Verge. Should be just game. Oh, I can attack? What's the point of doing that? Yeah, I forgot. Turns off the territorial Cavu. I think the Mind Spring is actually a little bit more valuable.
Yeah, that's right. Pass through the turn, bud. Oh, he's done.
Yeah.
Wow, you were right. It was game over.
Yeah, I mean, if they didn't have the basic land, they only have 1 to 2 basic lands in their deck. Okay, cards that we want. We actually want Consigned to Memory. Consigned to Memory hits the Sign of Draco. That's not enough, but it also hits Leyline Binding. And that combined with... So the big ones would be Leyline Binding and Sign of Draco. And then your secondary sort of useful targets would be hitting Flage and maybe a Territorial Cavu trigger. Those are weak interactions, but like it at least has some interactions. But your main ones, which are pretty heavy hitting, Leyline Binding, Sign of Draco. Cards we do not want. Not a fan of the counter spells. I don't want to sack myself. Stern Scolding is actually not good because most of the creatures are just gigantic and chunky. Svelune is fine. Guess we'll bring in some Svelunes. Harbinger of the Seas obviously is awesome. I need to bring in more cards. Do I use Force Negation? This is more of a subtlety oh no, it's not even a subtlety matchup. Is Flare of Denial worth it? Flare of Denial can counter... I mean, hitting Sign of Dracos are good. Because they're unbeatable. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay.
Run it back.
I'll bring in Hexcatcher, which I honestly don't believe in. This can hit Tribal Flames. No, I don't want to 2-for-1 myself.
Then why are you playing Merfolk?
Well, I don't mind 2-for-1 myself versus the right deck. Oh, this has... Sand's actually a little awkward. It's clogged with 2 drops. We have no 1 drop. None of these cards are particularly strong. Floodpits Drowner. This is the matchup for Floodpits Drowner, but maybe only against the crappier end of their hands. They kept 7 cards, so I imagine their hand is pretty good. I think...
You're up a game.
Is it worth the keep here? Okay, I'll keep.
Yeah.
It's a weak keep, though.
No.
There's a lot of ways this hand can go wrong.
No.
But they usually give you an island, which is the plus side. There we go. I am a prophet. I'm Nostradamus, damn it. See, this is the problem. I can't interact with this turn 1 play. Unless we draw Dismember! Dismember. 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 Mind Spring, Mind Spring, Mind Spring. Tide Shaper, Tide Shaper, Tide Shaper. So we have a lot of 1-drops. Just put something in front of that thing. Anything. Get in front of that monkey. Or is our opponent there? They got a pulse. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. We got to our turn. We have nothing to do. Pass. Damn. Opponent gets pretty good head starts here.
Watch, he's going to peel when your 1 drops. And you'll be able to play it.
Yeah. Oh, man. The times my opponents have grabbed a Tide Shaper off the top. Tashana's Tidebinder. In my opinion, they should just throw the Tashana's Tidebinder out there. Just have a random 3/2 creature. I think that just makes a lot of sense to me. But my opponents almost never play...
Your stuff.
Yeah, for some reason. Ugh, I needed you earlier. Okay, that's okay. You're going to be useful later.
So what gives the Kavu ++?
The different land types you have.
Okay.
It's Tarmogoyf for land types.
Does it get snow?
No.
Well, that's not everything.
They got a mountain. We'll tap down the Kavu.
That's right.
Attempt to tap down the Kavu. I mean, I'm pretty sure we're going to tap down the Kavu. The real question is, do I get to block the monkey? Do I get to block the monkey? Do I get to block the monkey? Oh, I do get to block the monkey.
Die.
I would bet that they have another monkey in hand, but I really don't want this thing to attack me. Get more treasures and do other crap. Not a fan. What now? Tribal Flames. Ouch! Guess I'll just play a Tide Shaper.
Which gets +1. +1.
Because it is just the mana efficient thing for me to do. Suspicious. Very suspicious. Very sus.
Gonna keep that Kavu down.
Yeah.
You're not getting up again.
Yeah. Take a break. Damn, I wish I drew a land. Or I guess it doesn't matter what I drew. But I have these Sink into Supers. They're useful. I like them. I like them a lot. Okay, so we can attack for 4, play Tide Shaper, hold up Sink. Yeah, I like that plan.
Why is your 1 island blacked out like that?
Huh?
Why is your 1 land black? Oh, it's gone now.
I don't know. Okay, so we'll play this. We'll make our opponent ultra paranoid. I'm holding up 3 mana. What could that mean? Could mean anything. And I'll actually have lethal by next turn if they have literally no interaction.
Oh, he's making it easier.
Yeah. Okay, I think our opponent flooded out. If they're passing, doing nothing, I think our opponent flooded out.
It was that damn Kavu.
Screwed
him over.
They put a card on top. They like the card. The card is good.
Tap out big. Bigger. 1 more.
Yeah, even bigger. Bigger than big.
3, 2, 1.
Okay, let's see if playing Double Lord next turn is enough to win. Oh, you got me. Okay, but you lose. Okay, they made the ultimate tap out.
You have to protect his investment.
You beat this? Maybe. Maybe they have Solitude. But how can you beat this? No, the answer is no. You can't beat any of this. Okay, I guess our opponent just had like an awkward hand. I mean, I think Zoo is winnable.
It's number 5. 4.8% of the metagame.
A lot of Merfolk players don't like the matchup. I mean, it's whatever.
And this deck only costs $743 to play.
I think if you have Flood
on
Pits
paper.
Drowner, obviously it makes things a lot easier. But I mean, they have games where they just crush you. Leyline of the Guild Pact into turn 2 Scion. But then we have games where we had in game 1, we've Harbinger of the Seas, they just lose. Okay, that was round. What was that? Round 3, 4,
3.
3. That means you have 2 rounds left to watch. We're gonna move on to round 4.
He moved his cards around. They didn't come out like that.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. I got a full house. Ether vials over Cavern of Souls. The hand sucks. Mulligan. This hand's unfortunate. We're on the draw. I'm gonna keep this. I don't want to go to 5. I think I'm just gonna dump the like. We have a turn 1 play, we have a turn 2 play, a turn 3 play, or if we're choked on mana, we can go like turn 1, turn 1. I have like a lot of turn 1 play, so I think this is a fine keep on the draw. Obviously, it has some risk if it fails miserably. Let's hope we're not. Okay, so we're up against the Eldrazi deck. This hand might prove to be okay if we curve out, which statistically we're not going to, but gotta think positively here.
We basically seen 2 decks this league so far.
Yeah. Oh, look, no, this is Tron.
Ooh.
Oh.
It's getting better.
Again, these are great if we get to cast them. Well, now I wish I had the Flare of Denial, not the Dismember. Dismember is gonna rot in my hand.
No, it's good against the Worm Coil Engine.
Go Mind Spring. Rev those engines. I wonder what that sounds like underwater, though. What is going on here? What year is this? What year am I in?
2015.
Oh, is this Eldrazi Tron? Land? Okay. Well, we're gonna lose for the wrong reasons.
You 2-for-1 yourself.
I'm just gonna play a Tide Shaper. Behold my 1-mana 1/1s, the power of modern. This is all I got. This would have been an okay hand.
Would have been an explosive start if you had just gotten what you needed. Oh, he had it all.
Our opponent had natural Tron on the play. Oh, maybe that Devour of Destiny helped.
Yeah, it happens once every 64 games.
Forgot about the Devour of Destiny. Well, here's the good news. I am very confident in this matchup. I think this is close to a bye. Okay.
This is close to a bye. Resign.
Yeah, something like that. I guess I shouldn't resign. There's a world where they have nothing in hand and I can come back. Land? Okay. That starts there. It starts there.
I remember one time you were up against Tron. You were at like 3 life and you turned the corner. You beat the guy.
You could like just replace Tron with any matchup. I was at 3 life and then I beat the guy. I could have been at 1 life.
No.
So if I can get Harbinger of the Season play and then this Flood Pits Drowner a little active, then we could see some real comeback potential here.
Oh, look at that.
Obviously, I'm not going to block.
Well, he doesn't know.
Well, you think I'm an idiot? An complete imbecile? I'm not really mocking my opponent. I mean, like, what are they going to do? Keep this thing on defense?
Yeah. I would be worried.
They should be worried about my Tide Shapers. They just recently grew to 2/2s. They used to be 1/1s. Before you know it, they'll be 3/3s.
Then 10/10s.
Yeah. They grew up so fast.
Take on an Emrakul.
Well, all of a sudden, our opponent is thinking really hard. That Tide Shaper completely rained on their parade. They got Kozilek's Return. They have Kozilek's Return. Oh, sorry, Kozilek's Command.
These 1/1s are almost balancing out the score. You should
play your Kozilek's Command.
Should stun this guy.
They're gonna play the Kozilek's Command. I'm gonna try to stun. Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. I wish I could kill my own creature in response. And again, I wish I kept that Flare of Denial. Yeah, that's like like if it was an open, if games were open deck lists, then Merfolk
You would lose
has,
twice as often.
No, I'd lose twice, less than twice as often. One problem with me being Nikachu, everyone knows I'm playing Merfolk. Everyone.
Mythic.
Ugh, 2 different targets. Very rude. Well, we had a chance. Now we don't.
That's not true.
If we drew our third land, we could play Harbinger of the Seas. They have to Kozilek's Command that. And then we could follow it up with another Harbinger of the Seas, but their Tron mana would still be screwed over.
Busted in its kneecaps.
Yeah. It is the land of the Eldrazi.
Well, he freed it up. He had nothing to play.
The era of Eldrazi. Well, they're just waiting until the second main phase to unleash the fury. They have 11 mana. They can do whatever they want. Or sorry, they have 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. You see? You see? They're doing some. Oh my! It's the new Ugin.
You had a video about this guy.
The new Eugene. I guess they're playing it for this thing. Okay.
He's looking pretty blue.
It's looking. Yeah, it's sort of blue. Okay. Am I done? Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I see enough. Thank you very much.
I saw it.
This is mostly it's just like the Tron player that curved into 10 mana versus the Merfolk player choked on 1.
That's right.
Okay, great game. Very good. Okay, we'll bring in Consign to Memory again. We'll bring in Spreading Seas, of course. I don't know how many Spreading Seas are going to want. I definitely want Tishana's Tidebinder for this matchup. Dismember is... Well, they showed Glaring Fleshraker. You sort of want Dismember for that. But I need to take out some stuff. Stern Scolding I'd rather not play with. Maybe I don't want some Mind Springs. No, I think I want all the Mind Springs. I want to curve out and have Flare of Denial up. How many Lords do I need? 25 cards. I hope I'm not overrating Spreading Seas in this matchup. It's not like they have Utopia Sprawl. And they can... the thing is with these Tron deck, they're used to, like a long time ago, the Tron deck needed to hit Tron so they could cast their cards that cost 7, 8, 10, 12 mana. These days, like, the payoff cards go as high as 7.
Is the Expedition map banned or no?
No, it's not banned. Not in this format, at least. I have to cut 3 cards, and I don't really want to cut creatures.
I think they should just ban Eldrazi Tower at this point.
Maybe one Spreading Seas will live in the sideboard, and we'll take out one Flood. We'll have to take out more. Okay, another Flood Pits Drowner. Oh yeah, sounds great. Even though there's no counter magic.
He mulliganed.
Good.
Go to 5.
I mulliganed last time. My hand was worthless.
Go to 5.
Turn 1 Mind Spring, baby. Turn 2 Tide Shaper, baby. Harbinger, baby. Baby, baby, baby.
He's thinking about it. Yeah, it's not so easy when you don't get natural Tron, is it? You actually got to play this game.
Well, they have Devour Destiny, so it makes it easier to get to natural Tron.
There's nothing natural about this deck anyway. Tron was designed by a psychopath.
Devour of Destiny. Why? Why did they make that card? Like, it's not completely out of the realm of power level for Modern, but still. It was a very outrageously powerful card. Like, someone just has a huge hard-on for Eldrazi over there.
He went to 5.
They thought really hard about it.
Or
Or they have the hots for Eldrazi. Because, they dumped Eldrazi, the most outrageous, powerful cards possible for Modern. But all the other creature types, nah.
Because
I get this Modern Horizons 2. I got this Modern Horizons 3. And then they're like, okay, Merfolk players, you wait another 3 years. We give you don't worry, Merfolk players, we're going to give you something. You're going to love it. 3 years from now. Eldrazi gets 20 years worth of cards in one set.
yeah, Eldrazi is great.
They played this Devourer of Destiny. You go find a good card. But everything else hits the exile zone. Sire of 7 Deaths. Thought Not Seer and Urza's Power Plant. Interesting. And a Wastes, which we can deal with. And I'll waste no time getting rid of that damn thing.
Hope you have car insurance. Haven't seen the Geico Gecko around in a while. Hope he's doing okay.
You know what that means? It means the business has no competition. They don't need to spend money on advertising. Also, maybe Geico doesn't... Well, you probably don't even watch TV all that much. Mind Stone. That's very frustrating.
Mind Stone Merfolk. No, I haven't watched TV in years.
So I'll play Harbinger of the Seas, and then our opponent will just have to make the best with Mind Stone.
Just have to die.
It's their only colorless source.
What?
Which is not enough to cast a lot of stuff.
Pop. Game over. User wins.
Yeah, checkmate.
Reboot, actually.
It's not really checkmate. Yeah, the Americans won't know it. Oh no, they have Dismember. That sucks. Well, it cost them their life.
Half of our viewer base knows what Reboot is.
No, they don't. Maybe a tenth. But anyway, so there was a cartoon called Reboot, and the characters had to play again. It was basically like they're in a computer world, and they had to play games versus users for their life. Imagine the game was chess.
I'm dead.
Imagine the game is chess, and like and in modern day, the chess computer is like a god. It's just a god. You can't win.
You're not gonna buzz him?
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a Tide Shaper so I can sack to Flare of Denial, and I'll play Lord of Atlantis and just attack for 5 and attack for win. Attack for the win on the following turn. If this is another Dismember, I'll flare it. Easy flare.
Flared like your nostrils. Apparently your nostrils flare when you're lying.
Really?
Yeah.
No, they don't. I knew that.
It's like some Pinocchio-esque bullshit.
They should just someone should just buy the Reboot intellectual property and just start a new series, like completely new characters.
What, Reboot?
Yeah,
Pinocchio?
Reboot. No. So, who knows? Maybe Disney will do that the way that it's being run these days. We need to like reboot Pinocchio.
Make it dark and edgy.
No, wasn't there like an Italian film with Pinocchio once?
Yeah.
There's some sort of weird, some sort of weird film. I maybe I should look into it. I was too young to give a crap about it at the time.
But yeah, they should do that with a Reboot too, though.
I have enough power and play to win, so I will attack with do you know what, Lord of Atlantis? You take a break.
Sit on the bench, warm it.
Actually, a better line is play Flood Pit's Drowner,
Yeah, buzz
tap
him.
Glaring Fleshraker, and then I could sack this thing. And then if I tap this thing down, I can attack with Lord of Atlantis. I have 8 power here. I've counted it properly. I passed grade 3. I'll have you know. Oh yeah, this is Kozilek's return. And I'll return my opponent to their grave.
Most people in the Italian mafia didn't pass grade 3. There was one guy who made it to grade 9. He was considered a fucking genius.
This guy can add numbers? Well, they get 1 more mana. What they do with that, I have no idea. Probably they're going to resign now. Yeah, I'm thinking reboot. They could get into the game. The game is a chess tournament. Oh, God. Glitch. Give me Lyra chess. I gotta cheat versus the user. It's our only chance.
Still lose. Ha!
Although technically, like, they're supposed to be the computer, right? Yeah, I forgot actually. Well, but then the user could cheat for sure.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, the user's cheating.
He's using, what was it, not Sputnik?
I feel like I should have Dismember just to beat the Fleshraker. But it's pretty bad versus everything else.
What's that just thing? So
Huh?
it's not Sputnik, it's something else.
Ribka?
Maybe.
Oh, no. What is it? I probably have it on my phone. Where is the chest stuff? Maybe I don't. Deleted the engines. Stockfish. That's what I was thinking of. This hand sort of is garbage.
But they
Our opponent
mulliganed.
mulliganed.
So keep it.
It doesn't have any interaction for the lands. It's got 4 lands in itself.
Which means you'll draw nothing but power.
These are actually the worst cards. I'm gonna mulligan.
Alright, toss it.
Hand's not really better. But slightly. I take it back. I like the first hand better.
Well, you can't take it back. Not until Rosewater changes the rules again.
Again, yeah. Yeah, we can update the mulligan rules. You set the hand aside, draw another. You draw another 7-card hand. Then you have the choice of going back to your original hand. You can pick the best of the two.
You can only pick one.
Our opponent kept their hand.
I mean, Arena basically does that for you, so what the fuck?
Our opponent kept their hand.
Well, you can't go one lower.
I think I have to risk it. This hand just doesn't have any pressure.
What do you
Okay,
know
I can work with this.
about pressure?
I think I can work with this. Like, this hand also has no pressure.
Gotta pay taxes on that power plant.
I should say, this hand is also weak, but, like, it's a 1-land hand, so what am I going to do? Alright, Mind Spring, get in there. And I hope my opponent does not have Natural Tron, because we cannot do anything about it. Nothing. Here comes Natural Tron. What? Why? Those Tide Shapers. They've terrorized our opponent. Oh, it sort of hits Consign, I guess. Alright, let's try to Goldfish to a win, I guess. Don't natural Tron. Don't do it.
Just play it green.
No! No! Oh, it's terrible. So frustrating.
Well, this stinks.
Oh yeah, big time stinks. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna consign to memory something. And remember, we can replicate the consign to memory, so it gets through Chalice. Alternatively, we can play Force Negation. Also, if our opponent does nothing, we can just activate the Mind Spring Merfolk, draw a card.
Get big value.
The hell is this? Menace, Trample. I saw enough. Cast with Replicates. Want the replicate to be 2, I guess? Pay 3? By all means. Same targets. Yeah, the original get countered. I don't care. Oh, this is just bad. Okay, I have to hope my opponent has nothing now. Like, no follow-up. All this mana and nothing to do with it. They play Chalice, so maybe there's a chance. Not a good chance.
Come on, Harbinger for the seats.
Slow down! Slow down, opponent. Don't do anything. That's right. Attack first. Did I bring in the Tishana's Tiebinders? Yeah, I brought them all in. Another Devourer of Destiny. Okay, it looks like it's
3-2.
about time to...
It's gonna be a 3-2 league. I can still.
Could be.
I can smell it.
Yeah, okay. Our hand just wasn't good. I think this happened in 2 of our matches versus these Eldrazi decks. We just mulligan to a poopy 5-card hand. And they had a very good hand. So there was a good hand versus very bad hand match, but still pretty close overall. Okay, that was round 4. Let's move on to round 5. Round 5, we won the die roll. Our hand is a little bit awkward because we don't have blue mana. We also don't have double blue for Lord of Atlantis, but if we draw any land, then that's good enough to cast Tishana's Tiebinder, so I'm going to keep this. And we are on the play, so we have a little bit of an initiative. We have Flare of Denial, which I can sack the Mind Spring Merfolk for, but I mean, the hand does depend on drawing another land, or it may not do anything. They kept their hand. There's a world where if we don't draw our land, then we'll just attack with our Mutavault for a turn or 2. Not that I realistically think we have a lot of time to attack with Mutavault for a turn or 2. This is Modern in 2025. And in Modern in 2025, you gotta curve out or die.
The game's over by turn -3.
Sometimes. What are we up against this time? We've been up against 3 Eldrazi decks. Opponent's like, yeah, that checks out. Yeah, I'm a Merfolk player. I always play Merfolk. I have an entire history of Merfolk.
It's not true.
Verdant Catacombs. Tammy, okay. Oh, okay. We trying to still keep Breach alive, even though Breach is banned?
Isn't this just what you played like 3 weeks ago?
No. I mean, maybe. Maybe they're playing the Merfolk version.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Okay, we'll just play our Lord and just curve out. I think some people are trying to play, what's it called? Some people are trying to play this shell with Jeskai Ascension? Is that what it's called? Jeskai Ascension? That annoying Jeskai, white, red, blue enchantment, cast spells, untap all your creatures, give them +1/+1.
It's a sweet card.
No, it's not. It was an abomination. Should never have existed, but people are trying to jam it into this shell. I saw a few people. I don't know if that's what our opponent's doing. There's some green here. There might have been green in that deck. I don't remember.
Played him horrific. Come on. Prove me right.
Well, we're going to make some clues. Get a clue. Oh, when did this pop? Oh, did they get the Planeswalker this turn? Okay, that's a sign, I think, that they're playing the Jeskai Ascension.
No. It's the Merfolk version. There it is.
This is really frustrating. Our opponent's playing creatures. I got the Stern Scolding. Fairy? What the hell is this? So that's triggering Tameo.
Tameo was triggered.
So we can attack Tameo for 1. 1 is more than nothing.
You're giving Island Walk to
Emery, yeah. But here's the deal. Here's the catch. I have no islands. Da da da. Anyway, I plan on actually, what's going on here? I might want Tishana's Tiebinder this Emery. Do I want to force that? Maybe. What can this card do? Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard. It's a green card, add 1 mana of any color. So you can get Malevolent Rumble. Draw a bunch of cards. Okay, I'll let it resolve. I don't know what the consequences are. Put a permanent. They got Mox Opal. Okay. I'm not dead yet. Okay, so we're going to stop this card draw nonsense. Tishana's Tiebinder. Is this +2? Oh, it is +2. It's brutal. It's +2. I can attack with everything, including Mutavault. We'll definitely kill Tameo this turn.
Never say definitely.
Well, I will. Put Verdant Catacombs in the graveyard.
Verdant Catacomb.
Was this mill 4 cards? You may put a permanent card from among the cards milled this way into your hand.
Is that a squirrel?
Okay, I'll let that resolve. Found a Tameo.
Is that a Squirble? What is that?
Oh, they got Mishra's Bauble.
You should have a show dedicated to Mishra's Bauble tier list. There's only one.
Okay, what's the most efficient way I can go about this? Can you have any removal in this deck? What is this? Cathus? Oh, that's the point? Legendary spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. I guess that's the point of this deck. Can I counter that with Stern Scolding? Nope. Can I kill my opponent?
You can get
this
pretty
is
close.
3, 4, 5. No, not even close. So this is going to be 3. Okay, so I'll attack Mutavault and Tishana's Tiebinder at Tameo. What the hell? Anyway, I got confused. I didn't think I was in my attack step.
Wow.
Well, that's a bummer. That'd be a bummer.
If you lose because of that.
I could.
Rose
Well,
bars.
we'll just consider that I won that game.
Well, if we're going to do it that way, then you won the whole fucking league.
No, I don't. I don't do that.
I do. I tell everybody it's just straight 5-0s all the time.
Whatever.
He's unstoppable. Is that a squirrel and cash grab?
Yep.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is. I think it has a nut in its mouth or something.
Oh, I bet he does.
Enjoy this freebie, opponent. Enjoy this freebie.
Our mother's probably released at this point maybe 50 squirrels into that park.
No way.
Oh yeah.
It's got to be more than that. It's like 10 a year for like 10 or 15 years.
No, it hasn't been 15 years.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Not that much.
Well, the disappointing thing is I have to sack like something good here. Whereas I would rather not sacrifice anything good. Okay, so we'll just flare pitching Mindspring Merfolk,
Pitch.
which is currently the weakest card on my team. Yeah, okay, we'll get something. Yeah, that shouldn't have happened. Should have been one less card in your inventory. Shouldn't be cash grabbing squat. Oh, okay, so how does this work? Okay, so you have a Cathus now. Exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard until end of turn. Each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard. Okay, the problem is I don't know what's going on. This is the first time I've encountered this, whatever this is. So what's the comp? Is this just making infinite mana? Exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard. Until end of turn, each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard. Okay, so you're floating a bunch of mana. You have an infinite mana machine glitch.
Wizards, please fix this bug right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
That I can counter.
The Jace.
I've run out of cards though.
Not the one you were talking about earlier, but there is a Jace.
What, but can you play that from the graveyard? Each legendary card. Okay, but I exiled it, so you can't.
It's gone.
I mean, I have nothing to do. I'll just F6 here.
Oh, it's a shame that you passed the return.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it changes because I couldn't. Did they find a Cathus off of the Malevolent Rumble? Cast Smokes Ember, activate exiles. Oh no, they didn't even cast this Malevolent Rumble. They just activated this thing, and then I think the last card in their hand is a Malevolent Rumble. It's a good card. This is a strong, good card.
What's it worth on
This is
paper?
also a strong, good card, by the way.
Unbanned.
Yeah, unbanned.
It
It's
was
been
waiting.
unleashed.
It's been waiting.
But then again, we're in the 2-2 bracket. Or maybe in the 2-2 bracket. It's possible we're being paired up versus a 3-1 player. So what the hell is going on here? So like, okay, so you, for the low cost of exiling 2 legendary cards, you get to repeatedly play legends for forever. So exile 2 legendary cards from your graveyard. Until end of turn, each legendary card in your graveyard gains. You may play this card from your graveyard. That's pretty absurd. So you get, oh, this is a legendary card, which means you get to float mana, as much mana as you want. You can play Tameo. It's a very good value. You can play Emery. Oh, so you can play Emery repeatedly, mill through your entire deck, but Thassa's Oracle is not legendary. So what's the kill condition? Oh, is it Jace? I got rid of one of those Jaces though. Where's your exile zone? I thought this was the exile zone. Yeah, here it is. Is this how you win? Until your next turn, up to 1 target. Maybe there's another Jace in this deck.
Run out your clock, opponent. Play your deck.
Well, I need to know what the win condition is here.
The win condition is he doesn't have one. He just would hope at this point you would resign.
Because I don't know.
Out of
Oh,
fear.
maybe it's a storm card. Oh, sorry. It's probably maybe it's brain. No, but It's not. They can't play it from the graveyard. Maybe there's a Brain Geyser card at Legendary that I don't know about. Our opponent misclicked. Well, so did I.
Oh. Yeah, you can catch it on YouTube later.
I don't even know what the misclick was.
It's when he clicked register for tournament.
Yeah. Oops. Ugh, what an awful card to draw at this stage of the game. I guess. Okay, and if I attack my opponent for 7, it requires another 7. Oh, okay. If I draw Island Walk Lord, doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna go to my attack. Attack Tamio this time. Also attack you. And play this garbage card. Gotta have one if I drew a Lord. 5, 5, 9, 13. No.
Close though.
It is close. So they can get Tamio off again. I think. Play Tamio. Or can they? Still got the Shifting Woodlands to do business. Well, they're running out of cards. Maybe they'll lose on cards. I still don't know how to win. How this deck wins the game. Has something to do with Tamio? Okay, I can have 6 again. I have no responses, unless I randomly need to activate my Mutavault for something.
Do you know what was in the Mutavault?
I can see you have infinite mana. Delighted Halfling.
He's so happy.
Very happy. And that's it. Passes the turn again. Lord for win. Our opponent's trying hard to mill themselves out or draw the rest of their deck. Lord?
Big. Unreal.
Yeah. Deck is not cooperating today. Just on the weaker end of our range here. Is this Shifting Woodland active? Land becomes a copy of target permanent card in your graveyard. Do you have a Cathus? What permanent cards are in your graveyard? You have Tamio. So you can block my Lord. Well, this Lord is not blocking, so we might as well attack with everything. I read that right? No, you could actually block with the Delighted Halfling. Okay, that was a big risk.
Hopefully he doesn't see the line.
No, apparently not. Went to
wow.
one. Fetch lands offline.
Everything offline.
So I guess we could still lose. I don't know how we lose, but I guess we could still lose.
3, 2, 1.
Going to get Bobble. Bobble it up. Is the win condition with Jace somehow? Completed. Target player mills 3 times X cards.
Oh, he's passing.
Okay, Cathus is back. What would you like to do? Teferi. Okay. Bounce. Emery. Okay. Replay Emery. Is there Thassa's Oracle in this deck? Show me the rest of your deck. There's another Cathus and a Jace Perfected Mind. Target player mills 3 times X cards.
Maybe that's his plan, just to get you to mill out.
I mean, I guess. So, hold on. Is there a way to manipulate the counters on here? Completed. If life was paid, this planeswalker enters with 2 fewer loyalty. Okay. Anyway, show me. I don't know how this deck wins. I'm guessing I'm lost, but I don't know. This is where Storm happens. I get Brain Geysered to death.
Green Needle.
Okay, anyway, I should just F6. I don't have any way to interact with this crap. Is there a way of like activating Shifting Woodland, becoming a Jace? 3 times X cards, that's 15 cards, okay. I got a lot of 15 cards. Oh, it is how we're okay, so you loop so you just get a bunch of mana and keep recasting Jace. Oh, interesting. So, actually, I don't know who would have actually won, because we deserved at least 1 attack, which would have killed Tamio, and I have no idea if that would have influenced the game. And we had Force Negation for the first Jace, which is good, because we do need Force Negation for this matchup, apparently. It also looks like Graveyard Hate just hoses this deck. Okay, so we are going to lose on via mill.
He knew what he was doing the whole time.
Interesting. Is this good? Probably not. Is this good? Not really. Oops, no, that's the opposite. Taking this thing out. Okay, we do... Is this good? Maybe not. Is this good? Yes, actually. They played Jace. Oh no, but they could recast Jace. This is still good. This hits a lot of the deck.
Can you hear me now? Good.
Dismember is good. Is Harbinger of the Sea good? Yes, hits Shifting Woodland. I didn't see Urza Saga in this deck. It sort of looks like the shell for Urza Saga, but not really. So in that case, maybe Tide Shaper is not really all that good. Maybe Harbinger of the Seas is not useful. It's mostly a blue deck with a little bit of green. And they have... Yeah, they have no Urza Saga. This card's pointless. 55, bring in Hexcatcher. I guess some Stern Scoldings are good. Does Consign hit anything? Like anything important? Maybe not. And the sad thing is that the Jace continues to get sacrificed, because you can just go -X on the whole thing. Hand is on the poor side, but we're keeping. We got some good hands today. We had some bad hands today. Pretty mediocre league.
I thought it was a great league.
It was a very nice start by our opponent. Very, very beautiful.
Perfectly balanced
two
format.
Jaces. So what if I exile your Jaces with like Surgical Extraction?
Yeah,
Then
that would be
what?
dope.
Then what, opponent?
I've been telling you for years. Surgical Extraction. Just have it in the main. It costs nothing.
I was thinking about playing Mutavault, but it's pointless because I'm never going to attack with Mutavault next turn. Never going to happen. I would assume our matchup is good. Like, they're a little dirtily. They play with islands. I guess they could hedge around it. I think we have a lot of interaction. I could be wrong though, because we have no graveyard hate, and Cathus' whole point is making use of the graveyard. Emery again. I have a bit of a decision here. Prismatic Ending. So I could Flood Pits Drowner the Tamio, I could Flood Pits Drowner Emery. I'd really like to Flood Pits Drowner Emery so that this thing doesn't flip, which it looks like it will because of the Mishra's Bauble here. So if I Flood Pits Drowner Tamio, This thing will be free to get a Mishra's Bubble every turn. And then this thing gets unleashed anyway at some point. Eh. Guess I have to deal with this Tameo Planeswalker. Is the 1 damage worth it? How much mana they have? They have a lot of mana. Yeah, I think the 1 damage is worth it. Even though it taps me down a bit. I don't have a whole lot. Well, I could represent. Maybe the 1 damage isn't worth it. There was a few things I represent at 5. See, if I have 3 mana up, let's say I could represent Flare of Denial, Sink It to Stupor. So if I have double blue up, I would like to keep up the 3 mana. But when I have Cavern of Souls here, I'm representing a lot less cards just to Shauna's Tidebinder. Which I guess it's, maybe it's relevant with Tameo on the board. Maybe it's relevant. I'm going to draw a card, flip their Tameo. Yep. By the way, Dak, I could use some more cards here. We're technically empty-handed at this point. Delighted Halfling has joined the battle.
Creature. A lot of land this tourney.
Yeah. Pretty easily can say that we just didn't run very well this tournament. Deck seemed to be okay. Deck seemed to perform okay, though.
Yeah.
I think the matches that we lost were pretty close. Despite, like, some pretty bad luck. A lot of flood, a lot of mulligan.
A misclick or two.
Yeah. Well, our opponent misclicked or two themselves.
Timya.
Their hand seems to be quite empty, though, so that's some good news for us. But we need to still draw some gas. Like, we need a way of closing this game out. We're not really drawing that. Oh, that was unexpected. Let Tameo die. Goodbye, Tameo. You really need that Delighted Halfling? That's just weird. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I need Harbinger of the Seas. Look, there's no islands. They have no islands in play. Was there an island last time?
Yes.
I
That
don't
was that
remember.
green blue land.
The breeding pool. No, they're not making the same mistake this game. Do you know what we could do right now? You could be really great right now with all these lands. Mindspring Merfolk.
Yeah. It would show the power.
1, 2, 3. This is legendary. But you can't use blue. Can't be countered, but also can't be replayed.
Huh.
You can only get blue out of this thing. Yeah, can't use that. Oh shit, they can use this though. Okay, green, white, black. What? No good? That's good. There's nothing wrong here. Oh, but it's not counterable. Sorry, I can. Oh, they're being careful because if I counter it, they're screwed. Interesting.
Wow, made him sweat. Boom.
That is not going to be useful enough for me.
You don't know that.
What does this cost? 4, 1, 2, 3. They cannot pay.
Ooh.
Are there any legendary cards in the graveyard? Not really. Cathus doesn't even. Does Cathus even do anything? You
Just sits there and looks pretty.
You can bring a Tameo back. You can bring Because you need like several Mox Ambers to chain off each other or something.
Tap out big. Huge. Bigger.
Well, it's just going to be for 3. You know what it is. Okay, yeah. Get that back. Yeah. Now what? Yeah, I guess they were like, I didn't expect to get this far. Each legendary card is castable from the graveyard. Oh, can you Jace yourself? I think you can Jace yourself. Looks like Teferi's coming up. 1, 2, 3. You cannot recast this card. Okay, we'll sync. Very far from the manas. Oh, that's legendary. Oh, you have infinite mana now. Right? Is this infinite mana? I think it's infinite mana.
Well, you can sack 2 Merfolk to do something.
I could sack 3 Merfolk, actually. Oh, but they can just... But they when Teferi hits the graveyard, they could just replay it again. Like, Cathus just lets them play their stuff infinitely.
Merfolk.
I mean, I'm just dead here, right? It's just infinitely playing Mox Opals and Jaces to mill me, I guess. Oh no, self-mill? What's wrong? Can't you just win with Mox Opal looping?
Misclick again. Come on.
Or I don't get it. I thought you can just keep swapping these Mox Opals and then just keep playing Jace. Maybe I'm missing something. Or does Jace get exiled? Where'd that Jace go? No, I think it's still here. Why do you have to mill yourself first?
Okay, so he has no mana open.
Are they playing around like my blue mana or something? Which I can't do anything with?
Oh, no, wait.
To make sure I have enough legends to make enough mana to recast Jason F. Why can't you just loop Bobble, Opal over and just recast Jace? Each Cathus activation is a ritual and a Jace recast. I need to make 100% I can win. Oh, okay. So, wait, you need to... Oh, so what, like it checks again? I thought this was just permanent. Like, exile 2 legendary cards. Until end of turn, each legendary card in your graveyard. Oh, I see. At the time. But then when Jace hits the graveyard, I guess that's new. So you exile more legendaries so that Jace can be cast again. Okay, that's fine. Okay, good games.
Good job.
We had some well, okay, so
we learned a thing or two.
League did not go very well. That being said, I don't think the deck performed that bad. We just ran bad.
Yeah, you flooded quite a bit.
Our hands were like on the lower end. Like I had low end of the keeps that I would want to keep at 7 cards, or I have to mulligan to 5. That being said, I don't know how much I love Stern Scolding in the main here. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine. We just didn't get the matchups. We got literally 3 Eldrazi matchups. We got 3 Eldrazi matchups and 1 Cathus combo deck. So I guess the Stern Scolding did not shine where we wanted to shine. But maybe it's fine here. So we have 4, 8, 9, 10. 13. We have like a few more things to have in the main deck. I think I would experiment. I would keep that thing in the main, and I mean you can always sack it to your Force of Negation or something. What else to say about this? Yeah, I think this is what I'm actually. Even though we went 2-3, I think this is what I'm gonna play at my Fusion Gaming Open. I might switch something around, like because we have these Stern Scoldings in the main. Maybe I'll put a Dismember in the sideboard. Put a I don't want to put a Tishana's Tiebinder in the main. Maybe I can. It's not that bad. Tishana's Tiebinder in the main. So it's a little bit cleaner. So I'm not overloaded on these 1-mana cards that could be like really hit or miss depending on the matchup. So I think this is what I'm going to play. Minus Gloom Lake Verge because I actually don't own this card. I can't find it. Whatever. It will not be the biggest deal. I'll replace it with like...
Whose arms are those?
Manama or something. Huh? Who? Where?
In the Gloom Lake. Whose arms are those?
Somebody's. Whose arms are those? The arms everywhere.
Richard Garfield.
Yeah, so I have an open event to play this weekend. I think I'll register this.
You can find me there. I'll be signing autographs.
Well, it's gonna be too late because we played the open a day earlier, and this thing comes out a day later. It's coming out on Sunday.
If you travel back in time.
Okay, I hope you like the content. Anyway, we're probably gonna get pulverized by energy. I'm very likely I'm probably gonna be more ambitious to play the other formats. Like this format might end up really sucking for 6 months. Of course, we're still gonna see Modern on this channel, but I feel a little bit more driven to play Legacy, even though I know that's way less popular. It's just that I see a lot of potential there with that Soul Land stuff. Maybe we'll even play Pauper, because Mono Blue is super good in Pauper right now. Okay, leave a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Subscribe, all that good YouTube algorithm stuff. See you guys next time. Take care.
Bye.